This is the Amir solar power bank. It is a 10,000 milliamp charging pack that you can connect up to 2 devices with. It is rain-proof, dust-proof, and shock-proof. So, how good is it? Let's find out. Welcome back, YouTube. Today, I've got myself a mobile power bank. And I've been wanting one of these for a while. I got this one online from Amir. And pretty simple box. You've got your USB on the inside here. Now, this is not just a normal power bank. This is a solar power bank. So, if need be, you can put this out in the sun. It'll charge itself so you can charge your phone, emergency situations. It also comes with lights, which I guess that's okay if you need to use it for a light, if your cell phone doesn't have a light. But we'll see. So here it is out of the box. So you can see it has a little carabiner on here just in case you want to hook it up to something so you don't lose it. It's pretty nice. And starting up here, you've got your LED indicators for if it's charging. I've got lights up here in my kitchen. So if we bring it up, I'll start charging. And then if we go into my shadow, it stops. So up here, we've got our 2 USBs and the micro USB. Just a little clip. It's a decently rugged case. Here on the sides, you've got a soft rubber with grips, which is pretty nice. Got a power button up here, and then going along with the bottom, this black is also the soft rubber that goes around the 2 lights. Probably be better if it protruded out slightly more for protecting the lights so you don't crack it if you do drop it directly on the lights. And then back around the other side is the same thing, 2 grips over here. And on the back we have a compass, which we will be testing right now. So here I have it side by side with my Google Maps, which is correct in which way I'm facing. So north would be directly in front of me, and I can't do this with 2. So obviously you need to have this straight, and it's saying west, slowly moving to north. So if I move, looks like it's a little bit off. This should be south, and east, and then back up. So it works decently well. It's not perfect, but you know, if you're out in a bind, it'll get you in the right direction. So these LED indicators up top, coming straight from the little book that I showed you before, when they're all lit up, it's 75 to 100% charging all the way down to 0. So when I bring it up to the light like I did, it's all the way on the last one. So I'm getting 75 to 100% charged. This also has a bunch of fail-safes on it, so you don't have to worry about overcharging it, short circuits, the discharge, the voltage protection if you're accidentally do 200 something volts instead of, I mean, depending on where you are in the country, overcharge protection, overcurrent. You've got all of those, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So that's pretty much the whole thing. So what I'm going to do now is check its charging capabilities. Before I actually get charging this, I want to show you a few things so I don't kill the charge when I do all my tests on here. So it already comes with a charge, and you can tell that by hitting the power button on the side once, and then you see that your charge is all the way up, so 75 to 100%. As it goes down, it'll go all the way down to the bottom. So if you click it once, you get that. If you hold it down, you'll get these very bright LEDs. And if you want to turn them off, it's the same thing. You long press it down and they turn off. Now, while they're on, they also have different modes. So instead of long pressing to turn it off, you hit it once and it'll flash. I think that's the SOS flash. And then hit it again, and that's the strobe function. And hit it again, and it'll just turn off. And the whole time up here, the LEDs will tell you what your battery power is at, so you don't drain it, or if you are draining it, you do know. So now I'm going to charge it with the little charger down here, and right in here, this little mini one, that's going to be your charger, and these two over here are going to be your output. Now what it says to do when it comes to charging, you can use this, you can also use another one if you do have your own cable, but as long as you keep to the voltage, they say plug it into a laptop, but if you have a phone charger, you can look on the back here. It's also in the paperwork that it comes with, but you can just look on the back here and check that it's 5 volt 1 amp. So just make sure the input is not over 5 volt 1 amp for your charger. Most modern day phone chargers are 2 amp, so if you have an older charger you can do that. If not, just plug it into a laptop or something that's not so fast charging. So right now I have it plugged into my computer, and as you saw before, it's blinking on the last one, so it's got at a minimum 75%. Once it's fully charged, it's going to look just like this, solid without any kind of blinking, meaning that this is now completely powered up. So let's figure out what this bad boy can do. And here's something to note when you're charging this. This is the cable that it came with, and this, I'm pretty sure, only does 1 amp of charging. This is my fast charger, my little Beats one, and this will get 2 amps. So my battery's at around 70% right now, and when I plugged it in with this one, it said the charging time would be approximately an hour and 10 minutes. When I plugged it into this one, it said 30 minutes. So if you do want faster charging, then just grab your own charging cable, one that is capable of doing it. So another note on charging is if you're at 100% charge on here, so it's completely filled up, and you're not using any sort of lighting source just based on the charge that it has, because this is only for emergency use only, so it does a very slow charge as a small solar panel would do. It's not going to be as fast or even as close as being fast as your wall outlet. But in general, an iPhone 6 is going to get at least 3 charges, maybe more. iPhone 5S is 4 or more times. They say Galaxy S5 gets 2 or more times. I don't know why. And an iPad, it has more than a charge in it. So I'm going to charge a few phones and see exactly how much or how many charges I can get with this fully charged. So here you can see it's charging. What I did is I let it sit in a dark area so it didn't charge. I let it sit here in a dark area in my house for 24 hours without any type of use to see how much charge will leave based on no activity. So right now I have it plugged in, and I'm going to see how long it takes to fill up, seeing about how much charge was lost. Now it is fully charged, and it took 40 minutes. So I have the 1 amp charging, so for 24 hours off the charger, that's about 40 minutes worth of charging. So after 2 days, I was finally able to completely drain this thing from all of its charge. Actually getting a little bit of light on this. It's charging itself up. But after 2 days, I have a Galaxy S7, and I was able to charge it once completely and a second time all the way up to 67%. So that's for the S7. Since it did not state anywhere on the papers what an S7 was, I decided to try it with my phone. So not too far off from the S5, since the S7 is a little bit of a beefier phone. So that's what I got. Next, I'm going to try what it's currently doing right now, is charging. I'm going to set it outside in the sunshine and see how long it takes. So last but not least, I charged this outside, nice sunny day, from 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. That's 12 hours in the sunshine, charging away. And I plugged my phone in, and I got a total of 2% battery. So it even says in the instructions that the solar panel is for emergencies only, but I mean, if you really need that little bit of juice to make a phone call, eventually you will get it. So for 10,000 milliamps, I would definitely recommend this for about 20 bucks. This is definitely worth it.